Hello, and you join me with the new Toyota CHR Plus, an all-electric SUV from Toyota, new for 2026. It may share the CHR nameplate, however this is new from the ground up, riding on the ET&JA platform that gave us the Toyota BZ4X. In this video I'm going to give you a walk around tour of the car, show us like an interior and get on the road for a test drive. And a special thanks to Vertu Toyota Glasgow for loaning me this car for today's video. Now we'll start off with the front end design. You can tell this is the electric model because of the slim headlight design we have up here. Your main beam's down there, the DRL's there, that becomes your indicator. It's got that hammerhead design language up front. The regular CHR like hybrid one, the combustion one, it's got slightly different headlights, a little bit more bulky looking. This trim is known as the design trim, which is the middle option. You get Icon at the bottom of the range, it's about 32.5. This mid trim is about 35.5, and then £39,495 for top of the range XL. Now under the bonnet there is no frunk or like front storage, which is a little bit disappointing in a battery electric vehicle. I do like it when they have that. Do have sound deadening material, and if you buy one of these and you're looking for your screen wash, it's on the left hand side there. It's this little black flap there beside the Denso pink coolant fluid there. But yeah, you've got a whole bunch of electrical gubbins up here, but yeah, no frunk, and a mechanical bonnet catch here, no gas struts. Now this one may be the mid trim, but it is wearing a £950 paint, which is rather nice. It's like a pearly white paint, so that brings the car just over £36,500 roughly as priced, as you can see here today, which is rather nice. I rather think it's quite a nice handsome paint they've put on it. McPherson strut suspension up front, and then double wishbone on the rear. The length for the car, you're about 4.5 metres, 1.87 in width and 1.59 in height, with 186 millimetres ground clearance. The charging flap is up front on the front fender. Not my favourite place to have a charging flap, just purely because I've been to plenty of chargers where if they're on there you don't always get to plug in easiest in the parking bay, just depending where they are. But that's where you are. CCS, you've got your Type 2 as well, so you can home charge it as well as rapid charge it there. Up to 150 kilowatts, so 10 to 80% in 28 minutes, or 0 to 100% at 11 kilowatts in 7 hours. You're able to plug that in like so. And as I mentioned, you're getting about 376 miles of claimed range on a design trim like you see here today. 99 miles per hour top speed, and 0 to 60 in about 7.3 seconds, with all the power going to the front wheels only on this model. So have a look in the rear. We've got that LED light strip going across there, and then your indicators come on the side. BEV badging, a Toyota logo which is rather small and cute there, and then Toyota CHR spelled out in the rear. Obviously being electric, no tailpipes, but we do have your parking sensors and your rear view camera there. This is also my first 26 plate on the channel, which is rather exciting. You can open the boot and you get about 416 litres of boot space. This one does have the electronic tailgate, as does the XL. It does lines with carpet, and then the sides do have little ducats. The right hand side we do have a vehicle to load capacity with a little flap so you can put in a 3-pin socket. Underneath there's kind of storage for like your tyre inflatant kits and things like that, and then there's room even to put your parcel shelf cover, which looks like it's kind of cut out for that at least. But yeah, there's not too much else going on underneath that floor. If you can move them a little bit, but load height isn't too bad as well. You kind of just slide that in, and we've got 40-60 folding seats there, which you can pull on the interior. There's little toggles on the rear seats. So we'll have a quick look in the rear. We'll go ahead and pull the grab handle up the top there. Doors open rather nice and wide, which is nice to see. We do have a relatively flat floor as well, again being electric, probably expect that this day and age. Door cards is kind of what you expect from a Toyota. We've got nice kind of soft suede material here, electric window switch, mechanical door release, room for a big bottle of juice, and 2 mat pockets, as well as 2 USB-C and climate vents. Now it does have the electric car thing where your feet can't go fully under there, there's not a great amount of foot room underneath, but there is plenty of knee room, and I kind of sit a little bit like at an angle, so I've got enough headroom, although you've got that coupified design. This one does have the tinted windows, but it's not too bad place here. I'm 5'11", and it's pretty much alright. Pull the armrest down. We do have 2 cup holders, and then there's child seat ISOFIX points on the outer seat, so you're able to go ahead and put things in there. But yeah, nice sound system. It's pretty much alright back here. I think if you've got teenagers, young adults, or you're doing carrying people regularly, I think this is going to be a decent enough size. If you need more space, maybe go up to the BZ4X. It's a little bit more boxy and a little bit larger. But yeah, this has got plenty of room for at least 5'11", and the seat is set up in my driving position. Let's check out up front. Now you join me inside the cabin of the CHR Plus. This does have a totally different interior design language to the combustion version of the CHR. It's very much reminiscent of the current Prius as well as the BZ4X. So we've got your driver display further away and raised a little bit, so it's almost acting like a heads-up display, but it's your main display. It's a bit more in line of vision. We do have reach and rake adjustment in the steering wheel, which is important, as well as the seat has, this particular model being the design, we do have mechanical levers to pull things forward and back and get myself pumped up if I want a little bit more room. I am 5'11", so headroom's pretty good up here. Knee room, I've got myself pretty comfortable. I like the fact we've got some buttons as well, some buttons on the steering wheel for your cruise control. We can control that little screen. Foot in the brake, the screen comes to life and you can control the left hand side for that, voice commands, volume control. Right hand side's where all your cruise control, and you've got adaptive cruise control. Little paddles so you can change the regen strength as well if you want it from minimum to maximum. I am seeing, with 25 miles on the odometer, 92% and 312 miles of range here. But yeah, it's a pretty good system, the Toyota one. Once you get used to it, maybe after like 10 minutes of driving, you're able to go ahead and jump around. I'm averaging around 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour today, but I have been stop-start driving, jumping in and out, taking photos and things like that. We do have this touchscreen in the centre. At the top, like other Toyota products, tap that little 60 button with the speaker on it. That mutes the speed warning bings and bongs, especially when you're jumping out of car parks and things like that, just eliminates it. Heated seats and heated steering wheel. In this particular mid-trim model, you can have it in auto mode. This screen here is similar to what we've seen in other Toyota Lexus products. It's pretty fast responsive. You can connect your phone up and all that good stuff if you want to pair your music. 2 wireless phone chargers there. We do have climate, which is at the bottom of the screen here, and it's always there, which is quite nice. It doesn't disappear. And within these little knobs, you can change the temperature, and they kind of rotate round and you can see your knobs there. I just hit off this in electric cars just to save the kind of battery on it. We do have a weird, wonderful texturized dash. My mum wasn't a fan of it, but I don't mind it. It's got little like lines and striations through it. She thought it would look like faux wood. I just thought it just looks like a printed bit of material. And then we've got like a durable, soft touch-ish bit of plastic going across there. There is no glove box in this car, which is a bit interesting, but we do have a floating console, which I have kept some biscuits in that for the car garage, but underneath there is power outlets, USB-C and all that good stuff if you wanted to put some items that would be in the glove box underneath there. This is where your gear selector is. It is automatic only, being electric, as well as your eco mode, snow, park and brake, the whole button as well. Push down, twist left, parking camera comes up, indent P for park, push to the right for drive. 2 cup holders, room for my biscuits, and then we have a dual hinged armrest here, which is very Lexus. It does come with a little tray in the inside as well, so you've got 2 levels to it as well for a little bit more storage, so it does go quite deep. The interior of this one does have the cloth with the leatherette on the outside. Again, that's part of this trim level. If you go for a different trim, you get a slightly different interior material. But yeah, overall up here, it's pretty much got what you want. You've got electric mirrors here, you can fold them in. It's got the blind spot in there, adaptive cruise control, electric windows all round, decent door bins, wireless phone chargers, heated seats. Yes, the XL adds things, but I think this is going to be the most popular model with people, especially at that price point in the mid £35,000 range. Keyless start, physical stalks for wipers and that. It's not a steep learning curve to go ahead and jump inside something like this, and it's a nice ride height just jumping inside. But let's get the car out on the road for a test drive. Right, and behind the wheel of the CHR Plus at a set of lights. I've been sitting in traffic pretty much. It's only about 4 o'clock, but the rush hour seems to have begun. The ride height's decent. The ride itself as well is rather soft and comfortable. Put the foot down, and 0 to 60 is claimed in 7 seconds, but by God does it feel faster than that. And there's not too much wheel spin as well, which is impressive for a front wheel drive electric SUV. I have had plenty of wheel spin in some of the other options or other models and rivals that I've driven from this car. But yeah, it just feels good ride, feels well built. You get a 10-year warranty in the UK. Feels conventional with the setup, with the buttons on the steering wheel and physical buttons for some of the features in the car. And it's not overly complicated, you just kind of get in and go. So if you're looking for a vehicle that is decent to drive, feels conventional and has got a good warranty and a decent range, like over 300 miles of range, then this could be the SUV or electric car for you. So I just want to say a special thanks to Vertu Toyota Glasgow in Darnley for loaning me the CHR Plus for today's video. Make sure to go and check them out for your Toyota needs. And what did you think of the new CHR Plus? Comment below, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next video.